great to have you here. So Venezuelan Navy vessels are now escorting tankers into and out of its ports. Does this raise the possibility of a military conflict?
Yes, it absolutely does. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is any kind of mistake that could trigger this whatsoever. And in all honesty, if Venezuela did do some kind of strike or attack or even mistake, this would then give the United States, and as President Trump said, the ability to defend ourselves. But it'd be a very dangerous trigger if anything kicked off. So yes, it does raise the escalation of problems.
What do you make of the fact that President Trump has been warning for weeks now of land strikes? He reiterated that warning just a few moments ago, late this afternoon, early this evening from Florida. He keeps repeating this, and yet that hasn't happened. Is it having an intended effect?
Well, it's really interesting. And in prior conflicts, you can see this is that the warning of these particular strikes will always get the forces of Venezuela up on a higher level of defense, and then maybe they'll drop down. So what this does actually fatigues the Venezuelan military. Now, is he doing it on purpose? Not really sure. But honestly, the ability to do airstrikes versus boots on the ground seems more probable. But like I said, these kind of things escalate. It actually wears out a military. So if that's a tactic that he's using, that definitely has effect on military forces within Venezuela.
And why is it so hard for the Coast Guard to catch and stop this oil tanker that has fled and is now in the Atlantic Ocean? Talk us through what's involved here.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, that tanker is empty, so it has an incredible speed compared to if it was full,
yeah,
of course.
It was going into Venezuela to load up on oil. We intercepted it as it came in to load up.
Yeah, absolutely. So because it's empty, it has a better speed. And what happens is either Coast Guard or the Navy would have to have a ship that's closer to it and be able to keep up with it. The reason is because helicopters have a limited range. The only ones that don't are certain special operations, Air Force, and so forth that can air refuel. So the ability for those helicopters to get to that distance and get back is the question. So they want to do it safer and be closer to the ship. But it's got a good speed, and try to close that range with the Navy or Coast Guard ships is really what the problem would be.
Is it faster than our Navy and Coast Guard ships?
No, it's not faster, but it does have a pretty good speed. So that distance has to be made up over time. And again, you want to be able to have the ability to prosecute the mission and stuff. If something goes wrong, to have the ability to extract those individuals or to be there to rescue them. So it's a combination of making sure forces are there within a close range and be able to handle and completely maximize their effect on a particular ship if they need to.
How dangerous or difficult is it for the Coast Guard or the Navy to parachute or, rappel down from choppers onto the deck of a tanker that is actively trying to flee and evade?
Sure, the Coast Guard, but especially like the Navy SEALs, where there's a lot of them in place, a lot of the Special Forces teams. What you'll see on prior videos, you'll see the helicopters going in what's called a fast rope. They literally just slide down, almost like a fireman's pole, but it's a rope, onto the ship. They train this all the time to do interdiction with ships any and everywhere. And so this would be the way that they get down, and they have certain protocols and certain procedures, very well trained to prosecute that, to make sure they get to the crew as quickly as possible so that nothing happens and they're not armed and so forth.
Russia, one of Venezuela's closest allies, has begun evacuating civilians from Venezuela. Does that mean Russia believes that we're about to escalate our military action against Venezuela?
Well, I think it could be a tipping of the hat. One of the reasons is because if something like this has happened, sometimes you see sort of back channels where war in certain countries. Now, that's not reading into tea leaves or trying to speculate, but Lavrov out of Russia did already say to Venezuela, hey, we're going to back you. But again, that's probably a little bit more of a political statement because they're so far away. However, the evacuation of those individuals, and there's been a lot of cars, diplomatic license plates instead of the Russia embassy. So there's definitely something going along where they're pulling their people out for safety reasons.
All right. Things are quite tense down there. We will see what the next move is. Major Glenn Ignacio, really appreciate your analysis tonight. Thank you so much.